Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter from Brownie Culture. I'm a divorce mediator and I help you uncouple consciously and respectfully. All right, I am so annoyed. This is the third time I've done this video on forgiveness and ain't nothing working. First time was on Wednesday, no sound. Today, it was great. I look, the screen is blue. Can you see steam shooting out of my ears? Okay, third time's the charm. Today we're talking about forgiveness, and it's not what you think. Because when people tell me, Claudia, you need to forgive, I'm like, no, I don't. I don't forgave that. It's not easy work. So there are three types of forgiveness. One is therapeutic forgiveness, and the purpose of a therapeutically forgiving is so that you can heal yourself. Another type is relational forgiveness, so that you can heal the relationship. That's not what we're talking about today. I'm a divorce mediator. If you come to see me, it's very unlikely that you're going to heal that relationship. And the third type of forgiveness is redemptive forgiveness, which is where you're reconciled to God. So God said forgive, so you are choosing to forgive. Today we are talking about therapeutic. Forgiveness is a choice. It's an active choice. It's not a feeling right away. It becomes a feeling, but you have to act your way into feeling that way. So forgiveness is both a process because it happens over time and it's an event. There are incidences in time where you forgive. So if you I feel like I'm yelling. I'm sorry. There's a gardener next door. He just turned off his lawnmower. So if you are in a marriage that has suffered from infidelity, there is some deep betrayal that has happened. So the purpose of forgiving has nothing to do with the other person. You will never hear me say, well, you've forgiven them, so you have to act like it never happened. Well, maybe if you're going to repair the relationship and they've made amends, but if you're getting a divorce, how can you act like that never happened? And I think that that's really bad advice. If somebody bumps into me in the grocery store on accident, I can act like that never happened. My spouse has an affair, I'm not going to act like that never happened. No. That's cheap forgiveness. Just to be like, they had an affair, they said they're sorry, I've forgiven them, and we're moving on. That's cheap forgiveness because that's not fair to you. Forgiveness is about you. If somebody has done you wrong, their job is to apologize. And I apologize, I don't have exactly the dates of when I did it, but if you go back through my videos, you will see two videos next to one another. One is the remorseful apology video, and the other one is the mother-in-law apology. That's a social harmony apology. There's a video on that as well. And for the remorseful apology, in order for an apology to be effective, it's not just words, it's actions too. So you don't ever want to reconcile with someone else when their apologies are words only. They have to make things right as best as they can. And in some cases of infidelity, in some cases of deep harm, you can make things right, but not always. So this is not about that other person. When you forgive, you can forgive even if that person is an a-hole. They've never apologized to you, or if they did, it was because they were feeling guilty in one moment, but their actions never matched their words. You can forgive because it's something that you do with yourself. You talk out loud to them, but like in your house by yourself when they're not there. You did X, Y, and Z, and I forgive you. You see the look on my face, but it's like, I don't really forgive you. I'm working on it. I still hope you die and go to hell tomorrow. How about today? Now, when people hear me say that, they're like, Because in order for me to forgive properly, I have to be absolutely honest about how much I cannot stand that person. You did me wrong. I cannot stand you. How would that benefit me to lie to myself? No, I can't heal. So the process of forgiveness is about healing myself so that the wounds that this person inflicted on me don't cripple me in my future. So I'm working on forgiveness, and honestly, it's not about God, and it is not about the relationship. It's all about me. It's purely selfish in the best sense. Because if I can heal myself, I can be a healthier person. Now, if you are going through a divorce, it is incredibly painful. If you've suffered a betrayal, that is extra on top of everything else. Listen, go to therapy. It is a beautiful thing. It is so helpful. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and maturity to reach out to people and say, hey, I need help. Okay? But as you work through forgiveness, it's a continuum from I hate your guts to all the way. Look, in my last video that was all blue that I deleted, I had the little steps laid out because it was off the top of my head. Now I'm exhausted. But it goes from I hate your guts to I don't, well, it's not to just I don't wish you harm anymore. It's really to I wish you well. It's really hard. You got to get from I hate your guts and I hope you die. Because we just being honest, we're not going to hurt nobody. Nope. To I wish you well. Now, also, if you're like me, I wish you well with some common sense. Maybe your life will be better if you're not so stupid next time. Okay, so it's a process and an event because as you go from I hate your guts, I forgive you, and I hate your guts to I forgive you, but I'm no longer wishing you die, but I still can't stand you to I forgive you and I don't wish you harm and I don't wish you well to I forgive you and today I feel like wishing you well to I forgive you and I really hope things work out a lot better for you. Each time you forgive for that one act, for that one deep wound, you have to forgive over and over and over again. You begin to move because the pain gets less and less. And time doesn't do that. Your actions do that. Your actions absolutely decide how much you are going to heal. And it could be like your ex not only had an affair, but they married that person. Or maybe they didn't. And they broke up with that person after the divorce, and after your marriage failed, they divorced you. To they've got somebody else, and it's just those things just keep happening. You can absolutely, eventually, not today, you can get to a point where you're like, you know what? I wish them well, and I hope they become a better person, and don't make mistakes, and don't do to their spouse what they did to me, and you can do that. And it's letting that person go. It's not excusing what they did. They have, especially if they've not made it right. Even if they have, it does not excuse what they did. It's just about you so that when you go into your next relationship, you don't have to carry that baggage. Airlines, we know this, they charge for checked bags. Do you really need to carry all that checked bags, all that luggage from your past relationship into your new one? You deserve love. You deserve happiness. You deserve someone who's going to treat you like a king or queen. You deserve someone that's not going to betray you. So you got to let that person go who did. You got to kind of like a hot potato. You got to drop that. You do that through forgiveness. So that when you move on, you don't have any of the bitterness or the baggage from the past, and you're whole. You're no longer walking with a limp. I keep touching my heart because it's like, that's what I want for you. And I'm not saying it's easy. And hey, you don't have to forgive. It's just a suggestion I'm putting out there for you. You don't think about it. It's just for you. You don't have to do it. It's just an idea. It's something that can help you. So quickly, we talked about it's a process and event. It's not cheap. You don't just be like, oh, okay, no big deal, because it's major. The end of a marriage is major. That's not something to be like, oh yeah, I forgive you, okay. And you don't have to be their friend. It's not excusing behavior. You want to be honest about your depth of pain. It's an alternative to revenge. So it's really fun to think about revenge. Like, I am going to get them back. I'm going to make them a pie full of poop, like from The Help. Or, if all the ideas of revenge are so satisfying. But I don't know that it really is. And forgiveness is actually fairer to you because it frees you. So when I think about revenge, I think about this scene from You Got Mail. It's an old movie, but it's not as old as the originals. I think there were like two. There was an original version, they remade it, and they remade it again as You Got Mail. So it stars Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, and it's an old movie, so I won't spoil it. They're writing letters back and forth, not knowing that they're falling in love and writing letters to one another. But while they're in person, they hate each other. They hate their guts. Okay. So Meg Ryan is writing a letter to Tom Hanks like, people say these things to me, and then I never know what to say. And then like after the event happens, I have the best comeback line. Why does that happen? And so he writes her something back and he tells her, I don't remember everything he tells her, but he's like, be careful because it's not as satisfying as you think it is. So she has an opportunity. It's with him, of course, in person, but she doesn't know that that's who's writing to her, where he says something not okay to her, and she has the perfect comeback. She's got the perfect zinger for him. And right away, you can see, and then she writes about it in her letter back to him, that it didn't feel as good as she thought it would. It wasn't as satisfying. And here's why. Because that wasn't the type of person she was. Getting revenge, that's not the people who watch my videos. If you want to get revenge, you're probably not even watching this. That's not who you are. Somebody hurt you, so your response is not to hurt back. That's why revenge isn't satisfying. And that's why it's not fair to you, because the response to a wound is not to wound someone else. It's to heal the wound. Because if you're watching this video, you're a peacemaker and you want more peace in your life. So I'm encouraging you that when you forgive, it's an alternative to revenge because it's fairer to you. So you don't have to forgive. You don't even have to like this video. You don't have to. It's totally cool. But I would love to know your thoughts about forgiveness, whether you're like, that's stupid, I'm not doing that, to I've tried it and it doesn't work, to I love it or it's hard or whatever. I want to know your thoughts. And this video is not to judge or condemn you. It's just to say, hey, I know what it's like to work through forgiveness. And I say work through forgiveness because it's work. And you know what? Sometimes I want to work. I'm tired of working. It's summertime. I don't want to work. I don't want to forgive you. Could you stop doing these things to me so I don't have to keep forgiving you anymore? It's not about them. They got their own drama. It's about you. It's about me. So I'm just encouraging you with something that I have found incredibly helpful in my life. Remember, there is great love for you out there, but you can't carry that stuff from that past relationship into your new one. Okay, guys, thanks for watching today. Remember, I want to hear your thoughts about forgiveness. I know divorce can be scary. It feels scary, but I'm here to help you be empowered and to stay calm. I can help you get through this. You guys have a great weekend. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I'll be back with you soon.